Well, hello. It is I, Jennifer, and I was thinking about dads today because guess what? Daddy's Day is right around now. And, my dad is a pretty cool guy. He's a pretty brave and courageous guy. He's started businesses. He actually is really brave because I know it takes a lot to like let go of what you were doing and move into what you are doing. And he coached a lot of things that we were involved in, and a pretty fun guy. So on this Dad's Day, what I would love you to have a look at is identities, because I want to talk about my sweetie pie Adam and a story of transcending an identity and how powerful identities can be. Now, I think if you're in my generation, which is, probably anywhere from if you're 40 years old to like 70 years old or 80 or even above, you may have, but you may find this even if you're 30 or 20, that there were identities to being parents. So, in other words, if you're a dad, you had to take care of stuff, you had to make sure that there was money coming in. You possibly felt like you've got that provider thing going on. Maybe you felt responsible for the happiness of your household. And of course, if you are a man, you may relate to some of these identities floating around, whether you took them on or not. Also, a projection that somehow success looked a certain way. And it's, sometimes painful for a man if it doesn't look that way. And it's interesting because the other night on a Tuesday, Adam has a men's group. And that group is very special, and it's a place for men to have a conversation with no judgment and with ears wide open, where they can actually say things that are incredibly vulnerable and move some energy on stuff. But why are things like that opening up? Well, because being an identity makes you invulnerable. So, in other words, if you carry a bunch of shoulds, musts, and have tos about being a man or a woman, what you end up doing is putting a lot of weight on yourself, putting a lot of stress on yourself, and actually not being yourself. And the story I wanted to share is one where Adam actually talked to his son, and they had set up expectations between each other based on identities, based on the identities that dads have with sons or sons have with dads. And Adam was so courageous. He phoned his son up and he said, "Listen, I want you to know that even though I'm not going to be the dad that you expected me to be, I want to be the dad that I am. And what it looks like is different. I might do this, I might do that. I, you know, it's going to look different. I'm going to show up not as all the expectations of society, but I sure am going to show up as my expression of love." And his son thought about it. And, Adam has a grandson with that son. And in an instant, their relationship changed and all of the upset dissolved. And they get to talk and commune and got to heal a lot of stuff from the past, just from the courage to have a conversation about transcending an identity. So if you're a daughter or a son of a dad who's still with us, open yourself to allowing your dad to be just the way they are. And if you are a dad, then open yourself to having a conversation about being yourself instead of being all those identities. It will take a lot of pressure off, and it's probably what everyone was waiting for anyways. All right. So everybody, happy Father's Day and Father's Day week. And I love you. And if you haven't yet listened to the Relationships That Rock free video with some great tools on how to have amazing relationships with the people that you love, you can use them everywhere in your life, and certainly it will give you some insight into get out of your own way to Relationships That Rock. But this mini seminar that lasts for an hour and a half with Jeannie and Adam and I is really powerful. So it's thewideawakening.com/get out intro. Go and give a listen, and that's our little gift for you today. And remember, if you haven't yet, come and join us on the Wide Awakening Playground, which is a public group where all the people like you and I go and play, and there's all sorts of things that we do every week. It's facebook.com/groups with an S/TWA Playground. All right, you guys. And come there and let us know what happened when you listened to the workshop, when you went and listened for an hour and a half, and what you got from it. And as you apply it, we'd love to hear on the playground how that went. Okay, you guys, I love you. Mwah. Talk to you soon. Pass it on.